pulling down the heavens. So you reach up, gather some energy, breathe out, have it spiral through your body. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so first we want to get this is just a warm up. We're getting a little bit of our joints opened up. This is called Shake the 9 Gates, which are our 9 major joints. So you start by trying to get blood to go to your fingertips, really loose. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bounce a little bit. We're trying to get this, break up the adhesion in your fascia by getting the skin to move over the muscles move over the bones. You're lifting your rib cage a little, you're raising a little your hips, bending your knees. And then now we're going to twist from side to side. So when we twist from side to side, that's like we're trying to wring water out of a cloth that's moving our internal organs around, trying to get the stickiness out. Let fresh nutrients come in. You're shaking. Loose. Another few seconds. And then throw your energy out your fingertips. Just relax your shoulders, turn your elbows out, breathe in. Breathe out. The second one, have your feet about shoulder width apart. What you're doing is you're turning your shoulders. This is to warm up your neck. Once again, massage our internal organs. And your hands are loose, but they can come kind of hit under your ribs. And what you do is, as you turn, your chin, we're warming up the neck. Your chin follows your shoulders, and then your eyes kind of go to the side, and you pick a point. We're trying to engage our mind to wake up our mind. So you pick a point, focus. Just loose. This is called dragon shakes whiskers. And then as you get a little bit warmed up, you can try to bring those 2 points you're looking at together. If you can, if you have the flexibility. And then you're looking at one point, you're doing 360-degree turn. Okay, that was dragon shakes his whiskers. Now we're going to do crescent pose. We're going to try to open up our spine. And if you have any kind of back problems or any spinal problems, you don't have to do this one. Just maybe stretch your arms out. So what we're going to do is we're here. Your arms are stretched out. Somebody's pulling on your fingertips. It's opening up your shoulder joints. Now you're going to come up. And you're in a doorway and you're pressing the side, the door jamb on each way. So this is reaching over. We're trying to get our spine into a crescent shape, separate the vertebrae a bit. Breathe in, breathe out. Just relax into it. That also stretches the meridians, the nervous system on one side, and massages the internal organs on the other. You're going to breathe in, breathe out, and then to warm up our neck a bit, as you lean, you can look at the floor. This is stretching a lot of stuff all at the same time. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, reach. These are really reaching because we're trying to get a good stretch, but you want to relax to give your body a chance to stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're going to do one stretching one. So you've got a ball of energy here, you turn it over, and then what we're doing is turn over the ball, and then we're stretching. So the hands are pulled back, so we're working our forearms by flattening our palms, and we're pressing one palm into the earth and the other palm into the sun. into the heavens, and then you can look up, bring that energy up and down, turn it over, stretch the other way. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now this time you're going to breathe in. You're not going to stretch as much. You're just going to put your hand up. And what we're going to do is, now that we're stretching a bit, but we're not extending, as we breathe out, we're going to turn around and look at the wall behind us. So we're here. So you're going to breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you look over your shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is turning. Our back is straight. We're turning around our spine, doing a little bit more stretching. We're also warming up our neck. Breathe out. All right, so that's a warm up. We're going to do the summer thing. We're in, like I said, for today, for our seasonal practice, before we get into all the Tai Chi stuff, at the end, we're going to each organ, the organ for this late summer is the stomach and the spleen. There's a hollow and a solid organ. And there's a sound, and first we're going to start out by just making the sound, which is, oh, you're trying to get your body to vibrate. We're trying to break up any stale energy in there and just relieve some tension, focus on that organ. So you breathe in. First we'll just do the sound, and then it's, oh. Oh. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you breathe in and you're going to sink your hips down, you're going to bend your knees a bit, and you're going to push in your stomach. Oh. Oh. So this is part of your late summer training, getting your working on your getting worry and out of your stomach. Hopefully this will just make your digestion work better too. So just do 2 more. Breathe in. Oh. Oh. All right. Sense of stomach, we'll just go, like each season, I'll try to give you the sound and a movement to kind of different, for instance, like in the early summer, it's fire, and so it's the heart. And so when you do the heart, you put your hand over your heart, you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, it's like, so if you're trying to get rid of the anxiety in your heart, you put your hand in your heart, you breathe in, and as you breathe out, You can use these things both as stretching movements and also to relieve the tension in that organ. And we're trying to get rid of anxiety in the heart. So, sorry, we're going through pretty fast. I wanted to get into the Tai Chi movements, and I wanted to review what's last week. What we did last week is we did turning the millstone. This is what we did. We'll just review this quickly. So when we do these, we're going to go over, at first, when you get them in, you do them very mechanically because you want to make sure you're doing all the parts. But once you have it down, You can do, in Tai Chi, you never stop moving, so you can do it calmly. You can do it to music, and you can do the breathing, like breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can just slowly do it. Focus on your breath, and you move slowly. So it's meditation and movement. There's a lot of stuff going on here, which we'll go over in a second. It looks like we're not doing this. This isn't Tai Chi. So with Tai Chi, we have to use our Tai Chi principles, which was last week. Remember, it was feet, waist, hands. And so doing this is actually the basis of a lot of movement. So we'll just quickly go over that, which is feet. Your feet move your waist. So your feet are about 1.5 shoulder widths apart because you want to be able to shift back and forth. We call this posting. So you shift, hip, knee, and ankle are straight. Shift over, hip, knee, and ankle. But see my upper body? So when I go back and forth, I'm not doing this. See, my head's not moving or my hip's not moving. Your body is one unit. So this is the first part. Feet, energy comes from the earth, goes through our feet, which moves our waist. Okay, so now this is the first part. So feet, and then waist. That means after we post it to one side, now our hips are the mountain. Mountains don't move. So what we want to do is when we post, we turn our waist. So we're not turning our hips, which would torque our knees here. And now we turn our waist. That once again, it's warming up the spine, massaging the internal organs. Then we post back to the other side. Turn our waist to the corner. Post back. Turn our waist to the corner. So basic principle of Tai Chi is feet, waist, hands. Okay, so the feet are moving our pelvis, and then our waist turns to project the energy. So the feet, waist, the hands then express the energy. So even though I'm not moving my hands, they're expressing. See, I'm pointing toward one corner, the other corner. They're expressing the movement of the feet and the waist. So you do this. You want to make sure you don't overextend. If you overextend, then now you're off balance. Somebody pulled you, you'd fall. Turn. And this is the basis of a lot of movements, several of which we will get into in a minute. But you want to have this done so you can post, turn, post, turn. Okay, so now we're gonna add. First, we'll just do the hand movement. The first hand movement is you're just going out. So your hands are at your level of your navel, and they're coming out. We're gonna do. Turn the millstone. See, so my hands always stay on the same level, the level of my navel. But what are my hands doing? My hands are going out, straight out from my navel and coming in. So this is the hand movement, but when we do in combination with the Tai Chi, it's post, turn. So now we're here. When we post, we push our hands out. And now, so we posted the other side at the same time we push our hands out. So basically our hands are staying in the same spot. But now we turn our waist so our hands sweep out, even though, see, my arms aren't moving. Right now you can lock them in place. So you're here and turn and see my hands are moved by my waist and my feet. So now we're going to post back and we pull in our hands at the time and we turn our waist. So post, push your hands out, turn your waist, your hands aren't moving, they're staying right there in front, post back, pull your hands in, post, turn, post, push your hands out, turn. So right now we'll do 6. So we post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just do this a couple times. So right now you're learning, so you do it choppy because you want to make sure you get all the parts in. So we're going to quickly progress through and you can watch the lesson from last week. So we'll start here. So first you can do a 6 count. So you post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Post, hands, waist, post, hands, waist, post, hands, waist, post, hands, waist. So we'll do one more 6 count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we'll go to the next level, which is we're going to do a 4 count. So what that means is we're here, and as we go back, you push your hands out at the same time you post. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then finally, if it's your first time, you can just stay on the 6 or the 4. I'm just going through. So what we're going to do is, after you've got the 4 count down, now you're going to just do it, but you're going to, like, instead of stopping 1, 2, 3, 4, just as you get to the end, you start the next movement. So you're never stopping. So now we're doing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And so now once you get this done and you're doing it slowly, you can see you can use it as your meditation. You can put on some nice music. So when you're moving slowly, you want to make sure that your hands are expressing the energy of your legs and your waist. Okay, and then you can use this for meditation. You can just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Depending on how you want to breathe, you can breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It can be very calming, but what you're also doing is, one of the reasons you move slowly in Tai Chi is you want to make sure you know where your body is each time. So you want to be aware of where your hands are going. So this is, when the first one's because see our hands move together. We're gonna do this is probably the most famous one. Just to show you this, the posting, I'll just do a few movements, but we're gonna do wave hands like clouds. So a few of the other movements that you can do is you do this one, which is called reeling silk. But it's the same thing. Your hand comes up, and then you post, turn, hand comes down, turn, hand comes up. So your hand is basically staying in the front, just doing this, right? But we're going to do one where you're sipping. This is the hand movement for wave hands like clouds. So the body movement's the same. That's why this is a basic skill you've got to have. Post, turn, post, turn. So what the hand movement for wave hands like cloud is you're sipping water. So the hand that comes up is on the inside. It just comes up about the level of your throat. The other hand goes down, gets some water, brings it up. So this is what we're doing. Your shoulders should be relaxed. You can even just do this as a meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's the hand movement. Now the hard part, you've got to do this at the same time you're doing this. This is what wave hands like clouds look like. You're posting, turning, do your hand movement. Post, turn, hand movement. Post, turn, hand movement. So it's exactly the same, but instead of doing this, you're doing this. So let's put our hands up. You want to have your elbows are below your hands. If your elbows are even or higher, what's happening to your shoulders? You're doing this. That means no energy is flowing through your body. When you tense up part of your muscles or your joints, the chi stops there. So we want to have energy, and this stops blood from going to your brain, which makes it harder to remember the movement. So here we are. So we'll start with see, I'll mirror you. So your right hand is up, and see now that kind of makes an arrow pointing that way. So let's shift over to that direction, right? Because that's the way it is. So we post to this side. Okay, and then what do we do after we post? We turn. So we'll use this as the starting position now. So we go in the direction of our elbow there, the top elbow, and then we turn. Now we're here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sip water, post back, and then we're going to turn. See, so when we sipped water, what's happened now? The left hand's on the top and its elbow is pointing that way. So we're going to post to that side and then turn. Now we sip water again. Oh, our elbow's pointing that way. So we post to that side and turn. So sip water, post, turn. Sip water, post, turn. Sip water, post, turn. Sip water, post, turn. So this is it. You're doing wave hands like clouds. This is like one of the most famous movements, because usually when you do the form, you see people doing this, but they're moving across the floor. So you'll see people, they're doing this as they're walking. Maybe we can get into the walking later. Right now we're working on our posting skills and our hand skills. So we're here. We'll do it again. We drank water, elbows pointing this way, twist, and now once you get it, what happens is first we'll do the count. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see my hands? We're not doing this because nothing's happening here. Taichi, your hands in Taichi, your Taichi is actually all about this. Your hands, you see all this hand stuff, but that's actually not moving the chi. All you're drawing up the energy and expressing it different ways through your hands. But if you just use your hands, no energy is coming up. So we want to make sure we're here. We're doing the hands. See my hands as I turn to the front. See my hands are still in front of my center line, and then I'm here, and then I go here. When I come back, look, they're still in front of my center line. So you want to make sure that that's happening, that your body right now is moving your hands. Once you get it down, you can add a little bit of flair, but right now it's more important to get your body working as a unit. Okay, so we'll do one more of these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then for the advanced students, you can do this at the same time. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once you get that done, then what we're going to do is now that's when you can use it for meditation or just also coordination. You've got to, because you're moving your body at different speeds, different parts of your body at different speeds in different directions. This is one of the things that Tai Chi builds up your mental capacity, because you've got to be able to do things in different directions, right, at the same time. So in this case, we're doing, but once we get that done, then we can use it also as meditation, because you just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's wave hands like clouds. This is a real good one. If you're breathing in, remember your elbows are below your shoulders, so because your shoulders should always be relaxed, and you're moving. Not only are you meditating, you're focusing. You're moving slowly. You're building up your proprioception. You know where all the parts of your body are when they're all moving different places. You want to make sure you're coordinating the parts of your body together while keeping everything relaxed. And also you want to have your knees bent, so when you're here, when you shift it here, it's like, 60-40, so most of your weight's on your bent leg, which means and if your knee's bent, if it's straight, you're not really doing anything, plus you can't get over, so you want to bend your knee, and that means that you're clenching. If you watched our other things, your third heart is your calf, so by going back and forth, you're alternately clenching and releasing, relaxing your calf, which is your third heart, so that's pumping stale lymphatic fluid and blood away from your ankles and back into your body where the waste can be expelled. Okay, so I'll just show you the other one. So once again, in Chinese civilization, you had a cocoon, a silk cocoon, and you had to unwrap the silk off of it, and they had a big wheel, so that was this one, where you're turning the big wheel. But you're doing the same thing, coming across, and comes up, post and turn, turn. So this is spinning silk. Okay, so we have lots of, so if you watch other things, we have a movement that's called Embrace the Sun and the Moon, and in this one, the same thing. Your hands are loose, see, that gets them going. So what you're doing is you post to one side, and then that gets your hand going in that direction, and then you turn your waist, and your hands go up, you gather the sun, post, turn. You can go on our website, this is Embrace the Sun and the Moon. You can find this movement if you want to see more detailed how to do it. But this is basically the same thing. Our hands are going up, post, that pulls our hands, starts pulling our hands down, and then we turn our waist, that throws them up. And see my hands, I'm not doing this. My hands are pretty much staying in front of my center. If you look here, see, they're around the center, and then you're coming up, and see I'm in the center here of my chest. So let's gather the sun and the moon. And then we had another one, which I can't remember. What's the other one? We just have a lot where you move. There are movements. This is turn the waist to view the moon. So this is from a set of movements called the Tao Yin. Also, you can see it. So it's turn the waist to view the moon. You're in a tea house. You post, and then you turn your waist, and what happens when you turn your waist? That throws your hand out, right? So you post, turn, You pick up a teacup, you post back to the other side. See my arms not moving, and because I turn my waist, and that allows me to serve the teacup to our other guest. Now we post back, and my hand, I don't point like this because remember, in Tai Chi, your waist moves your hand. So I come back, and I want them to see the moon, so I turn my waist this way, and that throws my hand up, and I point at the moon. I don't want them to miss it, right? So this, and then this is, I'm trying to go back here. So this, you're stretching, and you want to go from your fingertip to your big toe. That's massaging the internal organs on this side, and you're opening up the meridians all the way down from your finger to your toe, letting energy flow through. You come back, turn, pick up the teacup, serve the teacup, point at the moon, come down, pick up the teacup, serve the teacup, point at the moon. So there's all these movements. This posting is a basic skill that you have to have when you do Tai Chi, Bagua. In martial arts, you're never just doing things with your hands. Your body is doing things with your hands, right? Your hands are just expressing what your body's doing. So it's an important skill. All right. Once again, we ran over. Sorry. All right. So hold on the heavens. We're going to leave the practice room. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in.